That moratorium is set to expire at the end of July, and despite that extra time, though, many families are still at risk of ending up on the streets.
Our ABC Action News anchor Vanessa Ariza spoke with one woman who has lost everything because of the pandemic and says even the homeless shelters are turning her away.
She knows when I'm not feeling well.
Layla may only be 11 pounds, but she is the force that has kept Deborah Ennis going this past year.
I never expected to be where I am.
For 2 decades, Ennis was a licensed mental health counselor. She was the one who was lending optimism and hope to others. But then life threw her and everyone else a curveball.
Practice had slowed down a whole lot from the pandemic. People can't afford counseling if they can't afford food.
A service that people needed the most was now a luxury, and a job that kept Ennis with a roof over her head ended. Her car was repossessed, she had to let her apartment go, and now she is finding herself homeless.
I'm almost glad I'm 70, because it's almost over.
Ennis has called shelters, but says they're either full or she gets no response. Kirk Ray Smith with Hope Villages of America says affordable housing and shelters were already limited pre-COVID.
You're starting to see now with the moratorium being lifted, folks are being evicted, right? So that's opening up inventory, but now you got a whole new group of homeless people, right? So the problem continues just to compound.
In Pinellas County, Smith says there are about 180 beds for families at the shelters, about 760 for individuals, close to 1,000 total, but not nearly enough. It's a similar story across the Bay Area. Housing the homeless is an arduous task, to say the least. But it's stories like Ennis's that fuel Smith and others to keep pushing forward.
There are good people out there that are willing to help you. It's just hard to look and find them. And when you get into a state of depression, it's even harder to move on.
Smith says, if anything, he hopes that this pandemic has shown us to be more compassionate and have more empathy for everyone out there. He says most of us are just one situation away from ending up homeless. If you would like more information about resources around the Bay Area, including shelters, housing, and food, go ahead and check out our website, abcactionnews.com. In Tampa, Vanessa Ariza, ABC Action News.